Hi guys, thanks for having me on the show. My name is Lord Relictor and I'm the Commissioner of the Dragon Bowl League, which will see its semi-final and grand final games being played this Saturday, the 24th of February at the Crown and Shuttle, Shoreditch High Street. We hope to see as many of you down there as possible. The games will kick off from 1 p.m.
Oi! Why couldn't you have the games here in my pub?
Well, it's a nice pub, but it's a bit cramped, even for us 32mm minis.
Oh yeah, them blood bowlers is pretty big chaps.
Welcome, Lord Relictor. Please tell us a bit about how the Dragon Bowl League works.
Gladly. The Dragon Bowl League was started back in 2015 by the Honourable Mark Hampson, also known as Overgone 5. In the first season, they had just 18 coaches, although rumour has it that only 6 of them actually played any games. It's grown significantly over the years since then, so for DBL 23, which started in July, we had a whopping 64 coaches, making us the largest tabletop league in the country, maybe even the world.
And who's in charge of this monumental league?
That would be me, ably assisted by 10 plucky volunteer governors who manage the conferences, sort out the merchandise and do all the clever design stuff that my little head can't handle.
Wow, that gov team is bigger than most leagues.
An astronomical achievement, no doubt. Now, tell us, if you would, about the structure of the league.
Of course, Rhino. The DBL 23's 64 coaches were divided into 4 conferences this year, imaginatively titled North, East, South and West. Each of those conferences was then subdivided into A and B divisions, each containing 8 players. It all kicked off at Draft Night 1 in July, where teams were drafted into their conferences by the legendary bingo machine. Many coaches followed this up by playing their first league game. It truly is a magical time, where everyone is equal and all coaches can dream of DBL glory.
So, Draft Night is obviously a big event for you guys.
Oh yes, it's a big event, but it's also a lot of fun. We have people come in costume or in their team strips. This year's favourite was the inflatable pig costume of former pie whistle champion Tyler Swaft.
Oh, cutimals. I hates them. What's they supposed to be anyway?
That's an orc team, the Blitz Piggies, this year's East Division champions.
Orcses? No way. Hang on. Champions? Ah, well, I guess they's alright then, these cutimals.
Will you please shut up, man? I'm trying to speak here.
Yes, go ahead, Lord Relictor. They get drafted into 8 divisions, and then what?
Well, each team plays 7 games against the other teams in their division. Then, to finish on 8 games, they play a final match, called the Interdiv, against the equally placed team in the opposite division. So first will place first, second plays second. The match between the top 2 teams in each division also doubles up as the conference final, where the first trophies of the season are awarded.
Ah, it's already so confiscated. Is that it? Just 8 games?
Not at all. That's just the halfway point. After the league phase, the top 32 teams go into the draw for the Dragon Bowl knockouts. The other 32 teams are then entered into a separate cup called the Pie Whistle, which is our plate competition for teams that maybe had a slightly rougher time in the league stage.
That's a lot of organising.
This big event is called Draft Night 2, and after the draws, we set up Death Bowl pitches for some multiplayer madness.
Tell me that's it, please.
Not at all. There's so much more.
Oh, it's too much. An Amazon catcher? Morg's beard, now I'm seeing ghosts.
Come on, Chrissy, we'll get you tucked up nice and sweet with your favourite Orca-Cola and a McMurty's Squid Burger.
So, 32 teams in the DBL knockouts. That's 16 games, down to 8 in the quarterfinals, which brings us back up to date, back at the DBL 23 semi-finals, am I right?
You're indeed, Rhino. Impeccable maths.
I've had a bogan half an education, old boy. Right, that means it must be time to meet our hopefuls, the best of the best, the mightiest of the mighty, the DBL 23 semi-finalists.
Indeed. In the first game, it's Bash versus Bash, as Dwarf Team the Landlords take on the undead Brain Munchin. In the second game, it's a contrast of styles. It's Stunty Star Bowl versus Dash, as the Halfling Team, the Half-Assed Calf Boys, go up against the Skaven Warpstone Warriors.
Let's meet the coaches.